With this being the last video of 2025, I am going to rebuild Manchester City in FC 26. Let's get going. Alright, so before we get into any football action, we had to go ahead and make some signings before we get into anything. So the first thing I did is I went and tried to sign Gianluigi Donnarumma from PSG. Obviously, they didn't really update the entire squad, so I decided, I will go in and sign him myself. I went for a 79 million offer to Luis Enrique. The deal was accepted. And then here we went to speak to Donnarumma's agent. He wanted to be a 4-year contract. I went for a release clause here. And just waiting on how that it was a 120 mil release clause or 120 release clause. I don't know how you say it. Wages up to 110. There was the additional fee. You guys can probably see it, and there we go. And there it is. Donnarumma becomes a C player, much like in real life. And as he walks in, meets me there, me in the jacket, and then Rodri, and then I think that's our assistant manager. And there it is, Donnarumma to City, 79.9 million. And then I went in to try to sign the man that we were going to sign at the start of the season, Rodrigo. Everyone knows City were going to sign him in real life. Unfortunately, it didn't happen since Savinho wanted to stay. I went for 85.5 mil, but they wanted Phil Foden for 71.5. I said no. I went in for a new deal there. I just wanted to keep it the same deal, 56.7 actually. No, instead I actually went for 81.5. I said no for Foden, and unfortunately, nothing was done. But I didn't stop there, because I went for another player that City are trying to sign in real life too, in the January transfer window, Antoine Semenyo. Everyone knows City are trying to sign him in real life. I went for a 34.4 million offer. They wanted Matheus Nunes, and the transfer sum went up to 15.9 mil. I, of course, rejected it because I didn't want Matheus Nunes to leave. I just said, you know what, keep it at that. Nope, and they wanted a 34 million deal with a 10% sell clause or something like that. And there we go. We got Semenyo for now. Let's try and sort this little negotiation out with his manager. A 2-year contract. I decided to put another release clause in. I'm just gonna try to speak a little slower. Sorry about that. We're just waiting here. Let's get this release clause up. Boom, 76 release clause. And then we got his wages up to 100, and then his signing on bonus of 200. And of course, the deal was accepted. Semenyo is now a Manchester City player. Hopefully, we get a here we go from Fabrizio Romano when this happens. If it does happen, I'm just hoping City don't actually fumble this deal. Hopefully, I don't see a Fabrizio Romano post that says deal was off for Semenyo and City. And there it is, number 13, Antoine Semenyo. Looks good, looking good in the kit. Hopefully, I'll see him wearing that in real life. And there it is, Semenyo to City. 34 million done deal. Here we go for FC 26, of course. Then I went and get a player that not many people talk about. He's probably the most underrated player, Adama Traore. You probably don't know who he is, but he's one of, if not the fastest player in the Premier League. And Fulham don't really play much in real life. He plays a little bit, but not too much. I went for a 7.5 million deal, pretty much like his market value. And then we went talked to his agent, and we put him a squad role as important because looks like he's very important. He just looks like he's an important player. A 1-year contract. I put his release clause up to 59 pretty much. He was alright with that. Here I go for the wages, which is tough to try and decide how much do I give him? What's his salary? I went for a 66 there on his wages and a signing on bonus of 76 mil. I'm pretty sure either mil or just 76 itself. They went for 82. I decided to accept it. And Adama Traore is a Manchester City player. Of course, I've actually spoken to a few people are football fans, and we speak about Adama Traore. And I've even seen some highlights of him in real life. So there it is. Deal is sealed, and I now went for a centre back for Crystal Palace, Mark Guehi, one of Liverpool's targets in real life, which I decided, you know what? It would be really cool to see him play for Manchester City. So I went ahead and got him, tried to sign him, went for a 4-year deal. That's how long he'll probably be staying at the club. An 80 for wages, a signing on bonus of 200. They went for a 92. I decided, you know what, just to accept it. And there it is. Mark Guehi is now a Manchester City player himself. And I've even heard some reports, some rumors that he could be heading to City as well in the January transfer window. If that is true, I look very forward to seeing him sign for us. There is my squad. As you see, I'm just trying to sort who starts because we play Wolves. Pretty much like in the real life fixture, I put Donnarumma in goal. Of course, one of the best goalkeepers in the world as of now, taking the world by storm. And I didn't know who to play. It's Phil Foden, Adama Traore, Ryan Jerky, or Doku, because there's so many wingers. So probably from time to time, we'll probably be selling a few players here and there. I actually sold a few of them off camera before recording. I sold Anderson. Pretty much players who don't play for City anymore. And players who I feel like I'm not going to give any playing time. So it may sound stupid, but I'm trying to be smart and just just put on players in the lineup and put players on the bench when, players who deserve to play. I don't even know why I just sat there. Apologies for my stuttering. So a few seconds to keep sorting the team out, and we should be good to go against Wolves. And here we go. We play Wolves. Look at the squad. Looks okay. It's a 5-2-3 formation. Honestly, not really scared of it. Of course, in real life, Manchester City did beat them 4-0. Don't know. I'm probably looking to recreate it, and I decided to put Ryan Jerky in Rangers' spot. Because he's not I think that's a center defensive midfield. No, that's not center defensive midfield. Where Rodri is, probably, I think so, yeah. But I'm not really sure. So after a few sorting out the team, I decided, you know what? We start playing, and here we go. My first gameplay on FC25 Manager Man City Career Mode. Wolves versus Man City. We kicked off. So I started off the game getting the ball around, getting used to the controls again because I have not played neither FC25 or FC24 and for a long time. So I was trying to get back into the controls, play it usual. I made a terrible pass there to a Wolves defender, but I managed to get the ball back. Then the ball got intercepted again. Guardiola with a great tackle. Rodri passes it to Antoine Semenyo. Jerky gets the ball back to Semenyo. Semenyo passes right back to Jerky. I took a shot here, and then, it was a great save by the goalkeeper from Wolves, and it was a corner. So I started attacking early here. Here is Bernardo Silva with a great cross. Guardiola, I don't even know where he was going with that one. Generally do not know where. And then, of course, 8 minutes in the 10th minute, Haaland had a great shot, blocked by the keeper. Bernardo Silva would get off the rebound to make it 1-0 City. I was so lucky to get a goal there. Bernardo Silva scored off a lucky rebound. And, of course, I was trying to have Haaland score it for Etoile Semenyo assist. Of course, didn't go the way as I thought it would. But it was a great goal. So here it is again. Just beautiful, beautiful finish. And we led 1-0 at the moment. So pretty good start. Not a bad start at all. And looking to keep a clean sheet. So gave it back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma gave it back to Guardiola. Gave it to Mateus Nunes. He was Jerky. A great pass to Haaland. Haaland back to Rodri. Rodri gives it to Aït-Nouri. Then Guardiola. Aït-Nouri again. Back to Haaland. Haaland takes a shot. Blocked again by the keeper. And this keeper really, really stopping the robot from scoring. We had another corner. Pretty almost like the first one we took. This time the keeper got a grip to it. Was probably a terrible corner, I have to admit. Wasn't my best. And then Here we go. And for those who are wondering what difficulty I was actually playing on, played it on semi-pro. Usually the difficulty I normally play is on professional, but this is like my first game, my first time playing FC after a while. So here was Semenyo. He was on the run, and the ref recorded offside so late as well. And Semenyo, I almost had Semenyo score his first goal as a City player, but unlucky. Managed to get the ball back, and then Semenyo, here he goes running, cuts it back inside. Ball taken away though, which was unlucky, but he managed to get the ball back. Haaland passes it down to Silva. Silva was looking for a brace, rebound. There was Jeremy Doku and City, and we led 2-0. Jeremy Doku, 2 lucky rebounds, and both times we have scored from both. And both times from those rebounds we actually scored. And there's the City, and look at them. Look at the passion. How crazy they went after going 2-0 up. And much like how we did in the first goal, and Doku scored from, I think, the same spot where Silva scored the first goal. So we've now scored both 2 goals. Both of them came from rebounds. Lucky ones, I will admit. But we kicked off again, and I was looking to get a third one early in this second half. So I was really, really inching for a third. The real question is, could I get a third? Gave it to Jeremy Doku. Doku to Haaland. Haaland gives it to his Nunes. I went for a power shot, and it just went completely wide. Went for the keeper's ball. There's our last few shots. 2 of them were on target. 2 of them were goal. 1 of them just went off target, which was, of course, Nunes. Mateus Nunes. He was Jerky. Jerky gave it off to Doku. And then a great pass to Silva. Silva would score his second goal fantastically, and he goes to the Wolves crowd, or even the City crowd, and look at the Wolves fans. Silva mocking the Wolves fans there. Like, I scored 2 goals. At this point, I decided to simulate. I couldn't be bothered playing the full match because it would take a long time. But we won 4-0, and Semenyo got his first goal as a Man City player. Now, our next opponent was Tottenham Hotspur. We all saw what happened in the real game. We lost 2-0 to these guys. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get revenge. This is how I feel like the game in real life should have gone. This is how we should have played. So I went for, of course, a good old passing the ball, doing Pep Guardiola ball, of course. Haaland had the ball. Trying to make a pass. I think that was to... I think it's Jerky or something. I was trying to pass it to him. Unfortunately, it was intercepted. And then here was Adam Troy. Put him in the start 11. Look how quick he is, and bang, he scores it. And Adam Troy scores his first goal as a Manchester City player as well. Fulham will probably regret getting rid of this guy. In the game, of course, not in real life. They haven't got rid of him in the game, they haven't got rid of him in real life. But it's a big regret in the game here. So yeah, first goal off of Adam Troy. I think it was a great finish. Great build up. And then here we go again. Guardiola ball tactics, tiki-taka, passing the ball, using the possession, intercepted. It was fantastically intercepted, and again intercepted. Jerky had the ball, passed it to Rodri. Then I gave it to Aït-Nouri. Bernardo Silva gives it to Haaland. Haaland takes a good shot, and it was actually blocked. It was a fantastic block. And there's me there, giving out the boys' orders, telling them what to do. Of course, being a proud Manchester City manager. Then here come a corner. I think that was off of the keeper there. I think he got a fist to it, and he just fisted it away. And he was Marmoush. Made an unlucky pass back. I was trying to give it to Adam Troy, but he was blocked. So that was a silly mistake. And another stupid mistake again. Passing it right to a Tottenham player. Then Adam Troy again went for a run, and he actually got stopped. And here's Aït-Nouri. I should have cut back there to Adam Troy. I should have given it back to him there. Bit selfish for my part. Then I may try to go for a corner, attempted header. Then Adama Troy comes in again, just out wide. So a bit unlucky there, but I was trying my best so hard to score a second goal here. I was so hungry for a second goal at this point. Of course, and I don't know if you guys could tell, but I was actually getting frustrated after I missed those opportunities. Of course, I muted my microphone off of here because I didn't want to. I didn't want you guys to hear me rage. So of course I put the volume down on the game as well because I wanted to talk and just. This is pre-recorded. Just to let you guys know. So I pre-recorded this match or this gameplay so I can speak because I just felt like speaking to you guys. And here's Haaland. He ran, cuts inside, passes it to Mamush, who makes it unlucky, which was very unlucky, but we did get a corner off of here. Bernardo Silva, great cross. Oh, just could not finish it. It was a great header. And it was on target too. I just couldn't finish it off. Then Mamush took a shot for himself from outside the box. I like going for the power shots as well, because I kind of feel like most of the times when I do power shots, I actually score a goal from there. So, it was an attempted power shot, attempted long shot as well. Just unlucky, and then I made an amazing through ball to Haaland. Haaland was open, goal was free. Well, not really free, goalkeeper's there, but Haaland pretty much just scores a goal, and it's 2-0, almost like how the real game was, but it was Tottenham in front, but I actually have City leading 2-0. So we simulated it, and boom, 5-0 crusher. Wow, our defense must be real strong. I don't know what our City defense was up to. But we were able to win. We now face Brighton, but we'll save this for next episode. Top of the Premier League. Burnley, I think Forster second there. There's Brighton 15th. But it's a great start for our manager career mode. First in the Premier League. Lots of games ahead. And let's see what we can do in episode 2. And guys, I can officially say that is the end of today's video. This year has been great. I've enjoyed 2025. 2025 was amazing. And I look forward to 2026, but of course, like I've said, this is the last video of the year. No videos until next year. So, yeah, we'll see what we can do next year. Let's try and, do good as we did this year. So, yeah, that's all I can pretty much say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on the bell. And I'll see you guys next year and see you guys in the next video. Peace out.